Have you ever wondered how some leaders manage to stay calm under high pressure situations, making sharp decisions and inspiring their team effortlessly? This episode is going to change the way you think about fitness and its relationship with leadership performance. Let's dive into how fitness shapes exceptional leaders. Hello everyone, if you're new here, I'm Miles Threat, and on this channel we explore how leaders can build a lasting legacy no matter where they're at in their leadership journey. If you're all about elevating your leadership game, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. As we dive into this topic today of the connection between physical fitness and leadership, we're going to look at some of the science behind fitness and leadership. How does it improve leadership performance? We'll look at some ways that you can implement fitness into your leadership routine and provide you with some guidelines and recommendations that not only will help you get started, but if you already have a program, how can you elevate that program for your benefit? We're going to jump into some of the science behind physical fitness and leadership. A lot of this is brain-based science. We're going to look at how physical fitness will improve your cognitive abilities, help you manage some of that stress, and raise your leadership capacity. Now, when you think about physical fitness, most of the time you picture a fit body of some type, whatever that fit body that you're most attracted to, or the fit body that you desire the most. But let's think about how it impacts this thing right up here. How it impacts your brain. As a leader, you got to make a lot of decisions. You're going to be called upon in stressful situations to provide direction, guidance, and people are going to be looking to you to make those big decisions. And having a fit body is going to be great, but having a fit mind, it's even better. And one of the biggest benefits to physical fitness and exercise is how it boosts your brain. Think about it like this. Physical fitness becomes your supercharged engine of that muscle car. But that muscle is that brain. And it's like giving that muscle car even a bigger boost. It's like slamming some nitrous oxide to that supercharged engine. And you get active. Maybe you're out going on a run. Maybe you're going for a walk. Could be that gym session that you're so into. Well, as you get to moving, those good chemicals get to flowing in your brain. And those good chemicals help you think faster and think clearer. So if you need some clarity and you need to be better at some quick decision making, maybe you need to take it to the gym. Maybe you need to include a morning walk. Maybe you need to do an afternoon run. Maybe you need to hit the weights. Get yourself moving and get active so you can solve some of those big problems. You want to be smarter about your decision making when you get to moving. Move that body, which moves those chemicals in your brain and helps you make smarter decisions. The science behind fitness is also a stress buster for us in leadership. When you're stressed out, you got a lot of responsibility weighing on you right now. Exercise is like hitting the reset button for your brain. That stress weighing heavily on you right now, well then, go for that walk. You see, that movement, that exercise helps you burn off some of that tension. It quiets all the noise in your head. You want to lead with a cool head and some steady hands? Well then, you get to moving. Go move some weights. Go move your body. The final practical reason for you to be physically fit is that energy spark. You want to have more energy? See, regular physical activity, exercise, it's like the fuel to your energy tank. It keeps you going. You got a lot of responsibilities, a lot of stuff going on. You're being called upon, being pulled in a variety of different directions. You're going to need that energy boost. You need to be consistent with that regular physical activity, exercise that you enjoy. It's like being that energizer buddy. You just keep going and going and going. And it's because you build up the stamina to endure and to keep going, because you've been consistent with a regular exercise routine that helps you build that endurance that you need. If you want to lead from the front and keep your team pumped up, then you got to be consistent about your physical fitness so you can have the energy to provide the leadership that others are relying on from you. For myself, I know if I need that brain boost, and I can tell you about every day around 2 o'clock, I'm needing a brain boost. And I can just get up and go for a walk and get to moving. I go knock out some push-ups. Or if I have the time, that's the best time for me to go to the gym and move some weights. If I'm stressed out, had a hard day, I promise you, I'm looking forward to that gym workout. I'm looking forward to moving some weight and moving some heavy weight and taking out some of my frustrations from that stress. That's how I reset that button. And I know if I want to maintain my energy level, I've got to be consistent about it. And I've consistently built that fitness routine into my lifestyle. I've always had it there. Have there been times that it wasn't a priority in my life? Yeah, there were times, and I suffered because of it. Gained weight like hell, got fat, wasn't as productive. Now that I've made it a consistent part of my life, it gives me that energy I need to keep going. It helps build the stamina that I need to face the stress, the difficulty, the extra hours I might have to put in occasionally, get the things done that I need to do. I can be there for the people that are calling and relying on me. And if you want to build that lasting legacy as a leader, and you got a family, and you got responsibilities, and you got a spouse, you got children, you're going to need that routine more than anything, because you're going to need that stamina, not only for your job, but for yourself and for them. And hell, they're going to need you around. So you decide. You make the payment now by doing the work, by going to the gym, making that run, going on that walk, even when you don't want to. And I promise you, the days that you do it on those days you don't want to are the best days for you, because you got it done. Make it happen for yourself. Be consistent with it. Now that we covered the science behind fitness and leadership, let's see how our physical fitness improves our leadership performance. If you're trying to accomplish something big, you're trying to climb that corporate ladder, you're trying to kickstart your entrepreneurial dream, maybe you want to launch that nonprofit you've been passionate about and never done anything about. Well, I promise you, you're going to face some high stress situations in your leadership in any of those areas. And as you face that high stress, fitness will enhance your resilience. You're going to need the ability to bounce back in those high stress situations. See, studies show that those people who are physically fit are much more self-confident. They have a bigger belief in themselves that they're going to succeed. Part of it comes because, hey man, you built a routine, you've been consistent, you've made some changes to your body. If you can make changes to that and to your health, you've accomplished something. And then if you can be consistent about doing it, you've accomplished something else. All you got to do is look around. Americans are some of the most obese people in the world, and yet you have the most access to the most opportunities to get fit and to take care of yourself. But that resilience you build up because of your fitness, you're going to be able to handle those stressful situations. Because guess what? You built consistency way back yonder when you started that routine and you kept up with it. You built consistency when you lost that weight and you're able to keep it off. And because of that, you become self-confident and you believe in yourself more. It also plays a part in how you approach your goals, how you approach your task, and how you deal with the challenges. Because if you became physically fit and lost some weight, you had to overcome some challenges. You had to be consistent with some goals. You had some tasks that you had to complete on a regular basis. And because you did that and were consistent with it, you're building that resilience for your future leadership responsibility. You're building that resilience right now. As you face difficulties and challenges, you got big goals and dreams that you want to accomplish as a leader. Well, guess what? You've been able to do it before because you did it for yourself. You made yourself a priority. You made your health a priority. And you overcame, you conquered that. And because of that self-confidence you built, you know from your performance level in the gym or on the road or whatever you do for your physical activity, you've created a belief that you can perform well in your leadership role as well. Have you ever wondered why the military stresses physical fitness so much? I know, we're preparing them for battle, for war, to face all kinds of obstacles, and they got to face death at the same time. But the military has determined through research that physical fitness can influence stress reaction in extreme conditions. See, fit individuals may be better equipped to handle the physical and the psychological demands of high stress situations. So have you put yourself through a physical boot camp to improve your ability to handle stress? Have you thought about doing that for yourself? Do you have to make quick decisions? Well then, being fit is going to help you make those quick decisions. It's going to help you be resilient in those times that you're going to need to bounce back. See, when leaders take their health and their fitness to the next level, they believe in themselves more. They're more resilient. They're tougher when the going gets tough. And they can stay sharp and make smart calls even when the pressure's on. So what's holding you back? And if you've been consistent with your health and your fitness at this point in your life, you need to give yourself a good pat on the back because you deserve it. And you think back to some of those tough decisions that you had to make. You wouldn't have been able to make those tough decisions if you wouldn't have been consistent and worked so hard to get where you're at with your fitness and your health. Now that we covered how physical fitness benefits our leadership performance, especially as far as being resilient is concerned, let's look at some ways how you can implement fitness into your leadership routine. One of the things I think you ought to make a priority into your life is your fitness. And I think, me personally, I believe you make it fit your schedule that works best for you. So if it works best for you to wake up early in the morning and go get your workout in, then that's what you need to do. I would encourage you to have a minimal schedule of 3 days a week where you have structured, planned exercise routine for at least 30 minutes. That's my minimal standard I would set for myself. I would prefer you have something in your schedule 5 days a week that you're moving, being active. If you have a sedentary style leadership role, then you need to be moving instead of sitting at a desk all the time. And that's why I encourage you to build that routine into your schedule and make it a priority and make it fit your work life, fit your routine that is best for you, that helps you perform at an optimal level. Now, for me, that real big workout, it's always in the afternoon. Have I done it differently throughout my life? Yes. There were times it was in the early morning. There are times when I was working in a corporate job, I would go do it during my lunch break. Yes. And I would just take a shorter lunch or just have a smoothie for my lunch in those situations. But build that routine. Now, you're starting out. You've never had a regular fitness routine, then just get in the habit of walking and work your way up till you can walk and run. Then work your way up until you can run some more. And the next thing I would tell you to start doing after that is go to the gym and start moving some weights. You never lift weights before in your life? Then you need to find you an instructor. Sign up for a class. Get some help. Learn from somebody. Yeah, you can find a lot of stuff on YouTube, but pay for someone to help you. I've paid for trainers to help me in my fitness journey, and it's made the biggest benefit in my life. Have I studied it? Did I know how to do it? Did I learn? Yeah, I did. Yes, I read. Yes, I listened. I played sports all my life. Man, I was 12 years old when I got my first benching weights, and I started then, and it's been a part of my life since. And I've done a variety of different things. There were phases in my life I didn't do it at all, but when I was consistent and made it a routine, part of my schedule, and did it regularly with a healthy eating plan, it made a difference in my performance. It made a difference in the way I felt. It made a difference in the way I could handle stress. So create that routine first. You don't have 30 minutes right now? Well, then you find 10 or 15 minutes where you can do a HIIT workout, a high intensity workout that you do with a timer, that you're doing 4 or 5 different body movements using body weight. And there's plenty of routines out there. If you need help and you want some advice, just hit me up in the comments and I can help you out, or I can put you in contact with people I've worked with that would be glad to help you. You're a busy leader. You got meetings all the time. Well, then build into your routine walking meetings. Yes, have that meeting on your phone while you go out for a walk. If you got a full 30-minute meeting and you walk that whole time, you've knocked out part of your exercise for that day. Reality is, I'd love to see you take that 30-minute walking meeting and still go hit the gym for 30 minutes and hit the weights. Then you're going to really benefit yourself. You're sitting a lot at a desk all the time. You can stretch while you're sitting at your desk, or you can take some breaks and do some stretching, do some yoga. The older you get, the more yoga you'll need to do, the more stretching you're going to need to do. One of the best ways I love to start my day is doing a 10-minute yoga flow. Give me that 10 minutes of yoga flow. I've got my body moving, the blood's flowing, and I'm ready to get started with my day. Build that into your lifestyle. Maybe you don't have that 10 minutes in the morning. How about 10 minutes before bed? That'll calm your body down. Take out all the tension. Help you get ready to go to bed. Help you get that rest that you need. There's a world of information out there that's right at your fingertips. If you want to build this habit and build a routine that fits your schedule and fits your lifestyle. If you need help, hit me up. I will help you find what will benefit you moving forward if you want to build this fitness routine into your lifestyle as a leader. I just covered with you implementing fitness into your leadership routine. Our final point is just some basic fitness guidelines and recommendations. And these are just standards across the board. Okay, if you want to improve your cardiovascular health, then you need to spend 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity a week. That's basically 5 days of walking for 30 minutes each day at a moderate level pace. And the reality is, if you're going to the gym and you're lifting some weights to build some muscle, and if you just walk 30 extra minutes a day, you're going to increase your chances of losing that excess body fat. And it's going to be a good fat loss mechanism for you. And you need to go to the gym. You need to go to the gym and lift weights a minimum of 2 days a week. You need to hit each body part at least twice. And I would say that's the minimum. I would prefer you go at least 3 days a week, possibly floor sometimes. Change up your routine. One recommendation I have for you too, based on what I found that worked for me, is find a program and do it for 3 to 4 weeks and then change it up. And do that new program another 3 or 4 weeks and then change it up again. That'll shock your body in different times. I mean, for me, it keeps you a little bit more interested in the types of workouts you're doing. So you got that cardiovascular health, you got that strength training going on, all right? Include some flexibility. You're getting up in the age there. Yeah, I'm in my 50s. And I can promise you, from the time I turned 35, I started realizing I needed more flexibility. Reality is, if you're young and you're listening to this and you're in your 20s, you should start focusing on flexibility now. And the older you get, the more of a focus it needs to be. So build in some stretching, some yoga into your lifestyle. You're going to appreciate that as you get older. And the final tip is just be consistent and track your progress. I look at my workouts. I track how much weight I'm using. I'm tracking how many sets I do. I'm trying to improve my performance even in the gym like I would in my leadership role. And I'm evaluating it and I'm looking at it and I'm documenting it. And that consistency and that progress, I'm getting feedback. And if the feedback isn't the feedback I want to have, then I'm reevaluating. 9 times out of 10, it's not necessarily the workouts. It's the diet. And we hadn't even talked about that one. So the key for you is, if you hadn't started, get started with a fitness routine that you can easily build into your schedule. If that's something you've never done before, I can't remember who said it, where I heard it from, but make it your goal to just go to the gym for 5 minutes. Walk in there, do one thing. You've never done this before, just get in the habit of going and just consistently do that. And then next time, go back longer, do 2 things. Go back 10 minutes, go 2 things. You get to being in there for 30 minutes, you've done 5 or 6 different exercises. Great. You build the habit. Then go hire you a trainer to help you build that program for you so that you can see the changes, improvements in your fitness level that impacts your leadership as well. So we've looked at the science behind physical fitness and leadership. We've looked at how physical fitness improves leadership performance. I've covered how you can implement fitness into your leadership routine. And finally, I've given you some general guidelines and recommendations. And I hope you found that all helpful. And if you need some more help, then just reach out. I'll be glad to point you in the right direction to help you face this challenge and develop this routine to improve your leadership performance through your physical fitness. If you want to delve deeper into how you can weave fitness into your leadership journey, I have a link in the description below to your ultimate fitness guide for leadership performance. This guide will not only cover some of the basics that we've talked about here, but also give you some resources to help you improve your leadership performance through building a regular fitness routine. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this episode is a benefit to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and share this video to a leader that you know would benefit from improving their fitness. Together, let's build a legacy of health and leadership.